Okay, so when they deassemble the cutter head for cleaning, after they would like clean it, they need to assemble again. There's two ways you can put the cutter head together. One way is always bad, the other way is always good. I'll show you the bad way now, and then the second tape gonna show you the good way. So you grab your big gear and the shell, you put that together, and then you get, there's 6 holes, bolting holes right here, and 6 holes right here as well. So you can put together 6 different ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every second is the bad way, and then it's good way, bad way, good way. So I'll show you the bad way, but you don't know ahead before you do that. So you put together only one way first. Get this together as much as possible. Make sure it turns. Then you can put the actuator gear on it. It has a little notch there, and it has a little pin there, so that needs to match up. Then you put together, and it's moving up and down, and you put your knives in it. Put your knives in it, and then you try to align the gears. You need to push the top gear. The top gear needs to be pushed counterclockwise all the way until it hits. As you can see, the gears now line up. So this is not the good way. The gears has to line up, complete the good cut and the good setup in the cutter. So then you need to remove the knife, remove the actuator gear, remove the bolts if you put it in. Then you need to separate these again. Then turn one hole pattern, and you know it's gonna be okay. So you can put together as much as possible. Use the bolts. Don't tighten those yet. Just turn in all the way. Then you can start to tie those. You go one side and you go crossways. Then you go back crossways again. Make sure you tie these bolts really well. Then it has to be free to move. Then you put your sprocket, the adjusting gear, on it. Again, try to find the pin and the cutout. Put it on. Then, just in case, you check with, you put your knives on. And then again, the 2 sprocket, you hold this with your finger, push the other one all the way counterclockwise until it stops. You can see the gears are lined up. That means you have the perfect set for that part. Then you can put all your knives in. As soon as we got the right setup for the gears, between the gears, then we want to do the minimum cut on the cutter head. That means the minimum cut means that's the smallest you can cut. So what you do, put your knives in, then hold the gear, push this all the way forward counterclockwise so the gears are lined up. Then you have all these bolts loose. Then you grab the knives and try to push these together as close as possible. Make sure none of the blades are touching, just close to each other. Close view. There's none of the blades are touching. So this is the minimum cut, what you can set up on these number 3 cutter heads. Then you go and tie these bolts, the adjustment bolts, you tie those. Okay, all tight. Then you double check, open up the knife and go all the way in until it hits. Then you check if the the knife's not hitting, and it's not hitting, so this is the minimum set, cutter set, what you can do. Then you just place back the, sorry, backwards, place back the locking plate, then you use your locking pin lock that back, and put the shell back, and put back all the bolts. You're fine. You're okay for now. You can stop.
Okay.
Okay, if you have a bed setup in the cutter head, as I showed you, when the drive gear and the adjustment gear are off, not aligned, is off, then when you try to put the cutter heads in it, it will not go in because this is aligned. So what the people start to do, operators start to do, if they don't know what they're doing, is they start to adjust with this, the adjustment gear, turn in as much as it's get aligned, like so on the gears. Then they can fit the cutter heads in it. Then what happens, because the cutter head is set it to the minimum cut, then the cut gonna be too deep, so when they start to run the corn, then they want to go shallower cut, so they twist more, which gonna open up the cutter head, and what they're gonna face with, then they have a good cut, but as you can see right here, we run out of adjustment. Then when the corn is coming through, right there, you show this, coming through, it's tried to open, but it cannot, it's gonna hit this. Most companies, they break this off, or they break the plate off because of this alignment in the gears and in the cutter head. So that's bad, wrong. What we need to do, if you have the cutter head, set it right and aligned, then they gonna be able to install the cutter head in with the line-up position. Okay, you can stop. Where is set? Okay, right now we have the cutter heads in, and you can see the knives are very close to each other. Very close to each other, so this is the minimum cut. So when they start to cut with the corn, I mean with the machine, then they're gonna adjust with this the right depth of the cut. If I go in, you can see it opens up. So it's gonna be the cut gonna be shallower and shallower. If you go in, then the cut gonna be deeper and deeper. So you cannot go deeper as the minimum cut. We already set it up earlier, which is right here. You got it? Mm-hmm. And right here you can see it's not out of adjustment. So would you move the arm, please? Arm. Then it has free space to go, move in and out. If you have the bed adjustment on the cutter head, then you're gonna hit as we showed on the earlier video.